Hey everyone, it's Paul from One Cast One Fish, and we're back with the Garmin Force Trolling Motor. And today's video is compliments of my own doing. You see, while retrieving an expensive glide bait from a tree, my trolling motor got into a fight with some rocks. Now in the end, we were victorious and we got our glide bait back. You can see my trolling motor suffered a few battle scars. As you can see, our GT54 transducer did suffer some battle scars. And even with a few scars, it continued to function perfectly fine. Our plastic skeg also got a little bit roughed up. Moving over to the Force Trolling Motor prop, you can see we suffered some significant dings and scrapes. And that has resulted in a little bit of vibration from our trolling motor when under power. The good news is not only is the Garmin Force GT54 transducer replaceable, you can also purchase spare props and a replacement skeg, all of which will be linked down below in the description. Now in our case, we're going to be doing a prop replacement. Anytime we do any type of work on our trolling motor, we want to be safe and ensure that we turn our trolling motor power to the off position. With the power off, we're going to begin removing our prop, and you're going to need a 14mm socket. To remove our prop nut, we're going to turn counterclockwise. And once loose, you should be able to continue to remove it by hand. Now, in addition to the prop nut, we have a locking washer, a large fender washer, and our sacrificial anode. It's at this point that we'll be able to remove the prop. And with the prop removed, you can get a better view of all those dings and scars. With that prop removed, it's a chance for us to do a few checks. First and foremost, we want to look around the shaft in our seals to make sure there's no fishing line. And second, be sure not to lose this pin that holds our prop in place. And third, I like to grab the trolling motor shaft and rotate it by hand, feeling for any binding or grinding. Since our trolling motor prop did come in contact with some rocks, I'm just going to quickly check for any run out on this shaft to make sure that's not the cause of any of our vibrations. In order to check for any run out or wobble in that shaft, we're going to have to run the trolling motor, so we're going to have to restore power to our trolling motor. And we're going to deploy our Garmin Force Trolling Motor. And during that trolling motor deployment, we want to make sure that we do not contact anything like our trailer. And we're going to have that trolling motor just sit there deployed just like so. And the purpose of this is because we're going to run our trolling motor and look for any wobble in the shaft. Now before we begin, make sure you remove this pin that we had talked about earlier, or else it could go flying off and you may never find it again. We're going to start by slowly increasing our trolling motor speed. And we're going to observe the shaft for any wobble. If everything looks good, we're going to continue to increase our speed until we see wobble or we reach max speed. At this point, we're at max speed on our Garmin Force Trolling Motor, and as you can see and observe, we have no shaft wobble or run out. What that means is that our rock impact didn't appear to damage the shaft, which is a good thing. With prop run out checked and satisfactory, we're going to stow our Garmin Force Trolling Motor and go ahead with our prop replacement. And since we'll once again be messing with the prop, we want to take and make sure that that power is turned off. Our replacement prop is going to be a Garmin Force Weedless Prop. And in addition to our new prop, it also comes with a new bag of hardware. First, we're going to replace our prop pin, and I always put a little bit of triple guard grease on that pin just to keep it lubricated so it doesn't seize up. Next, we're going to replace our prop, and as you can see, there's a slot right here where you're going to slide it over that pin. Next, our new anode, our fender washer, and our locking washer. And last, our prop nut. And we're going to torque that down to 6 foot-pounds. And that's how simple and easy it is to replace the prop on your Garmin Force Trolling Motor. As always, if you have any questions, you know where to ask down in the comment section below. And before you leave, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, share with all of your friends, and we'll see you next time on the water.